Welcome to your daily focus for October the 19th, 2017. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. I send it right back to you. Now, this should be an exciting reading. We'll pull a couple of extra cards since we do have the new moon in Libra today. So what wonderful energy that is. Look at this, the Karma card comes out. The Karma card has been showing up quite a bit. I'll talk about that, but it's in the first position, the High Priestess. This is a strong, strong energy today around us, the High Priest. Now, sit back and relax. I don't know how long this is going to be, but Queen of Cups and the Nine of Wands. Now, we have the Karma card, the High Priestess, the High Priest, and then we have the Queen of Cups and the Nine of Wands, which tells me that the energy will lighten up for us in a good way. But we have to pay attention to some of this energy. Now, it's a new moon in Libra at 26 degrees, which means the sun and the moon are both sitting at 26 degrees in Libra. So that's very strong energy for wanting to bring in balance, looking at the compromises that need to be made, looking at both sides of the coin and understanding everything that you are agreeing or not agreeing to. So it gives us this strength. It gives us this foundation. It brings in a natural balance because we are not going too far to one end or too far to the other end. We bring it together. We have all the information. We know what is needed, what is part of the give and what is part of the take when Libra energy is there for us. It's also about seeing the beauty and the luxury and loving and compassion and caring. And, you know, being a leader through that kind of personality. People want to they want to listen to you, they want to follow you because you lead with a compassion, a kindness, a caring. You know the job needs to be done, but there's a give and take, and we're very aware of that in our lives right now. Even if that isn't a very strong part of your personality, right now you can work with that energy in order to bring new ideas to the table, to grow that relationship or relationships, maybe in a community setting, in a home setting, in a job setting. We have karma. When I think karma, I think of the number 8, which is 26. 26 degrees is the new moon. And that has a lot of, 26 has a lot to do with karma, and 8 has a lot to do with karma. And it's knowing your inner strength, your personal strength. It's wanting to go forward with your newfound knowledge or your newfound wisdom. I saw this card the other day as this darkness around a dream, a hope, a desire of something we wanted maybe in the past, probably in the past. And we are allowing it to come to the surface because it was a statement of who we truly are, of what we love, of what we want to invent, of what we want to create, of what we want to grow, of what we want our lives to look like, of what we want ourselves to look like. And allowing it to emerge of not being, usually we push things down into the darkness because of fear. We're afraid it won't work. We're afraid people will laugh at us. We're afraid people won't like us anymore. We're afraid that it may not bring in the security or the love that we thought it would. We could be afraid that we might be successful. Then what? Because we didn't even believe we were worthy of that. Maybe something, it could be that you used to love to paint or draw or invent or create in some way. Maybe it was baking. Maybe it was building sheds or dog houses or houses. Maybe it was just building people up. Maybe it was building yourself up and believing in yourself once upon a time. And this new moon is allowing us to step into it. I mean, think of the date. We have October, which is a 10. We have 19, which 9 plus 1 is 10. And we have 2017, which is a 10. 111. It's all about you, your independence, where you want to grow. You're like the pioneer. You're stepping out into new paths, ready to blaze new trails. And 19 is love, it's compassion, it's marriage. It could be marriage between partners, but it could also be a new business idea, a new job or career opportunity, somewhere where you will now fit within the community, a group, or karma. Everything you've done to this point was for something. So now it's time to utilize all you've learned, your wisdom, your strength. Tap into those things. It's time to look past the fear. It's time to step out into the light and realize that the fear, you heal from the fear. You understand it. You see the reality of the situation in one way or another, so that you can truly plant some beautiful seeds during this new moon. Um, 19 is also obstacles overcome. Moving past your fear is definitely a huge obstacle in everybody's life. And there always will be some kind of fear based in our lives because we're human. The what ifs. High Priestess sits next to the High Priest. Wow. She sits there strong. She sits there dignified. She brings in a magic, very much like the magician would bring in the magic. And the number one, the card, the first card is the magician. But here we have the High Priestess, which is saying that she will grant, but more in compassion, love, spirituality, in emotion, and strengthen you. She's giving you a very serious look. She wants you to understand that you doubt yourself in some way and to understand that you don't need to, that you can go forward, that you can have the success, the happiness, the riches, the good health, the well being, that career, that pinnacle of success, if you want it. It has to be through love. It has to be through compassion. It has to be through the greater good. So, also when the High Priestess shows up, expect the unexpected. When the high priestess shows up, she may throw a situation at you that really rocks your world in one way or another to see how you'll react to it. And then she bases what type of magic she's going to give you, if any at all. Maybe she'll feel you can't handle it yet. So we want to think through. We don't want to get into these emotional binds over, especially the next couple of weeks, of making a decision over with just emotion. Because remember, we have the high priest right here, bringing in the logic. Now this is the sun and the moon coming together. The keys are given to not only your emotion, not only your passion, but to your logic, to your wisdom as well. With these two cards on the board, and this one being the center one, this is being able to walk forward in action because you find that you held the secret within you this whole time. And I know that sounds very cliche, but that is what it is. Somebody told you once upon a time, or maybe you told yourself that you couldn't, you shouldn't, you wouldn't. And you took that as gospel, you took that as truth. This is where we see that fear, in order to not go forward in some way, we're moving past that now, if you allow it. But the high priestess may have to give us a situation into our life for us to say, no, I've got this. I am deserving. I do have talents. I do have abilities. I've always wanted this in my life. I feel the magic within me. I'm ready. Queen of Cups is all about loving you. She sits on a beach. Look at the blues, too, between these two ladies, the High Priestess and the Queen of Cups. She sits there and she is so content. She drinks from the cup. It's time for you to realize that you've had this overflowing cup in front of you. It's time to grab onto it. It's time to take a sip. It's time to be the authentic you. It's time to step into your dream, your passion of what you want to go forward in. It's time to plant seeds in different parts of your life. You know, it may be that you want to start growing your knowledge. It may be that you want to start growing your well-being, your spirituality. You see a career in the horizon. Remember, we are in a brand new cycle when it comes to numerology. This is a 1 year. So many of the things that we are taking on and planting seeds for now, this being the 1 year, will grow slowly throughout the 9 years. So it's about having a patience. She's not in a rush to get anywhere. She knows in its own divine time everything will fall together. She just has to take the steps. This is about loving yourself. 9 of Wands says it all. Each one of those wands behind us represents a path that we walked in order to get here. And there is blossom on each one of them. They're all alive. They're all growing strong. The sun is shining through them. So we know that we have learned things upon our path, things that will move us forward. And so the wand we hold in our hand is the accumulation of all those other lessons, all those other trials, all those others. Well, it could be happiness, it could be joy, it could be sorrow, it could be tears, it could have been the chaos, the fires you've walked through, also the joys and the celebrations that you've experienced. And you grab that and you are ready to go forward. It's almost like you are yelling charge here. You've got that red on for your courage. You wear it with the strength. This is a determination. This is knowing you've got this. This is saying, I'm in this for the long haul. I'm going to do this. I'm going to be successful. Affirmations. Hope you're doing your new moon affirmations over the last couple of days and over the next couple of days as well. I do have a couple of videos out there. If you need me to say the words for you, then absolutely sit back and listen to it. Speak with it. But what I really want you to do with a video like that is just to take some of those things so that you can start saying them, in a morning mantra to yourself, or include in a mission statement for yourself, and take those words and take ownership of those affirmations. Personalize them. You don't have to spend 20 minutes or a few hours every day. 30 seconds. 30 seconds, you can say something like the page of air is going to tell us right now. The page of air says new ideas, a theory not yet proven, curiosity, and new focus. And that's really what new moons are about, new focus. This calls for greater investigation, as we've only scratched the surface. I don't really know. That's interesting. If I explore this way of thinking, what can I learn? So it's changing your perspective. It's understanding things under a new light, wearing a new set of glasses, seeing the reality of the situation, seeing where you have glossed over or allowed or accepted something that really dissipated your energy, really pulled you down. And realizing that it wasn't the true you in those moments because you were allowing something that didn't sit right with you, whether it was your values or it didn't sit right with you. This calls for greater investigation. We've only scratched the surface. Maybe it's a dream. Maybe you've never really investigated where that dream could take you, what it could turn into, what it could manifest into. Another, we have the Six of Water. Look at that. How beautiful. The blues are really strong here. Blue is, attaches you to your spirituality. It's your thoughts. It's your dreams. It's going with the flow. Nostalgia, sweet memories, old flames. Yearning for the security of the good old days. If I'm being triggered to remember the past, I can enjoy the warm memories, but I must recognize they are ephemeral. Emotion can color my recall and distort my understanding of what is happening today. I acknowledge and heal old wounds. I can experience security today, enveloped in the arms of divine love. There is no need to return to the illusion of a golden era of yore, because I can begin co-creating a better reality right now. Authentic healing and joyfulness will be mine if I stop rekindling the emotions of the past. And really, wisdom is remembering the situation without emotion. And that way you can look at it with the reality of how to use that situation, that period in your life, to move forward, to make the right decisions going forward for yourself, for others. I can begin co-creating a better reality right now. Allow the healing. Allow yourself to maybe close the door. Put it in the past. Move from that experience. Not use it perhaps as a crutch going forward. One more. Look at all the blues here with the star card. Look at all the blues. That one's all blue. That's all blue. Even the Karma card has quite a bit of blue in it. Very spiritual new moon. So let's go to the star card. I am hopeful and inspired by life right now. And everything that is happening points to a renewed sense of encouragement. After all the changes I have experienced, I'm starting to recognize the hope that comes with new beginnings. And I think over the last 10 years, a lot of people lost a lot of hope, a lot of faith that things would turn out right. Because it seemed like it was always one step forward and two steps back. Many, many have gone through a lot of carnage, chaos, fires in order to get to here. Pat yourself on the back and know that it made you strong. It made you into the person you are today. Know that you are on the verge of some beautiful new beginnings in your life. Get hopeful again. Allow it to come in. Trust in it again. I am hopeful and inspired by life right now, and everything that is happening points to a renewed sense of encouragement. After all the changes I have experienced, I'm starting to recognize the hope that comes with new beginnings. Shall we do an animal card? Cards never cease to amaze on how they all flow together. New beginnings. Where are you, Robin? There you are. New beginnings. Cleansing. Newness. Grateful. Promise new birth. You cannot climb a mountain if you will not risk a fall. Robin tells you that it's now time to pull yourself from the sludge of the past. Wipe yourself clean. Mend the wounds and scratches that occurred through this journey. Your angels and guides will be on hand to help. It is a great day to offer your gratitude for what you do have and for knowing that you won't be let down if you ask, believe, and expect that changes can occur in your life. Like you just can't make this up, can you? Wow. Yes, there is, and everything happens for a reason thinking, even during painful experiences. But loss always evolves into a gain of some kind. Have you ever experienced a passing only to hear an announcement of a pregnancy or a birth, or broken up with someone to start dating someone so much more compatible for you that you wondered what you saw in the past person? Death of situations always evolves into the promise of birth and new beginnings. If you can see the clouds of despair, pulling blankets over the situation and blinding yourself can cause you to now see through the heartache. Emotion is truly energy in motion, and since everything is energy, money, love, work, etc., the universe feels the vibration changing in your thoughts, and it can change it into a wonderful thing if you allow it to do so. Robin always comes back to the same place each springtime. It's nature's way. Robin may be telling you that you need to review your childhood to see where you may have stored away something deep within your soul, to see if there is forgiveness that needs to take place, or maybe look up an old childhood friend. So, oops, there goes the book. So I guess I'm not getting any more cards from that deck. It's a beautiful new moon for us. It's a beautiful energy. It's full of love. It's full of promise. It's full of new beginnings, new steps. Are we willing? Are we daring enough? Have we worked past our fear? Can we? Do we want to? Will we allow healing in our life? Know that this is your moment. Know this is your moment to bring your new ideas, your new plans, your new hopes, your new goals, and bring it into the light and celebrate the planting of those seeds. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.